What does Spirit want us to know today about healing the childhood wound that leads us to hold on to our delusions? Delusions are a really powerful way of self-protection. They are when we can't face the bitter truth, the painful truth, we cling on to a delusion. It is being fixated on a particular outcome. And one of the best ways to overcome delusion is to have every hope and every manifestation practice that you want, but detach from the outcome, detach from the specifics. It's being attached to the specifics and prescribing to yourself how things are going to go down. That is one of the main problems with delusion. It's also it's a desperate need to control the narrative, isn't it? Because if you can imagine how something's going to go down and you're feeling like you're in control because you've got a story in your mind that you're not letting go of. It is a painful thing to be in the grip of, as I well know. I tell you, the older you get is not necessarily the wiser you get. There can be all manner of delusions that do feel very comforting, it has to be said. So let's see what guidance that Spirit has given us through these cards today. Right, so the twin flame narrative is one that is particularly prone to delusion. I don't know if you know the twin flame narrative, but it is the idea that there is a soul who is your soul split into another body, and that you are meant to trigger each other, and that is a good thing, and you end up clinging, even though you might be in separation for a year or more, cling to the idea that you're meant to be. The good thing about being deluded is there is your opportunity for immense growth. It is a sign that something is waiting to break free within you if only you would let go of what it is that you're clinging to. That if you can just embrace this terrible, terrible area outside of your comfort zone, this is the North Node, step outside your comfort zone. So look, between the two, the North Node is your best direction in life. It is the most uncomfortable. And it's very, very, very comforting to paddle around in the shallow waters of delusion, but really your soul wants to break free. It wants to grow, and pain is one of the ways we can grow. It's not the only way to grow, of course, but if you must feel pain, then please make use of it. Please make use of it and use it to fuel your growth. The other card that we got here was the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, and the fact that time eases these wounds. And this is true. Sometimes these delusions can linger if you feed them, but time does ease them to the point where you wonder what you were even thinking about. So if you are stewing over the return of someone, a really great idea is to express in a journal or just formulate in your mind your vision of the kind of qualities you would like your person to have. And then let go of the who, the when, the why. Leave that up to the universe, as uncomfortable as it may be, because I know how terrifying it is to think, if I don't know what's coming, then nothing is coming. But that's not the truth. Things are always coming. And it's just a bit of a lack of imagination. I call myself out on having a spectacular lack of imagination by needing to fixate on one person who showed me interest once 3 months ago and thinking that's the only opportunity. That's rubbish. And, so I know this trap only too well. The growth lies outside the comfort zone, and the comfort zone is where you believe you know what's going to happen, and it gives you comfort. So sure, you can ask for your twin flame. You can ask for your soulmate. We have so many soulmates, and some people are only in your life for lessons. But you can choose to be done with that. You can ask that you experience life now, not as a series of lessons, but as a series of easy events that illuminate your path. Don't get hung up on the narrative of the twin flame that you must come together and go apart. And if you've had a fraught relationship with someone, that means something. It just means that you've got a fraught relationship with them, and it might mean they're not the person for you. So just bear that in mind. Now I'm going to see what other cards I'm being directed to pull today. Okay, this is great advice here. If you are sitting in delusion, you really do need to do some work on your heart chakra. Find a really good meditation on YouTube. There are so many of them, or some Reiki healing, some sound healing, anything that activates the heart chakra there. Anything that heals those wounds is going to help you move on from delusion. Worry beads. If you are worrying, that is not a good sign. Learn to let things go. Give them up to your spirit guides. Give them up to the universe. Anxiety and trying to figure out every move like you're playing chess isn't what you're supposed to be doing. That is a warning sign. How can you tell if you're deluded, if you're worrying about it? And if you've got a one-track mind, a singular focus, that you believe your outcome is only one outcome and that's it. Any of that kind of thinking, either one-track mind or worrying, they're your cues to do some more work on your heart space. And that will pay dividends. Now look, we're moving away from delusion. Look at the cards we got. We got the Master card of discipline, being smart, using your brains, and actually practicing to overcome something or to learn this new skill of detachment. It is an exercise that you can do. Again, there are numerous meditations on YouTube or TikTok. I'm sure you can find some on detachment. It is a really great skill to have in any field, not just romantic delusions. And the call there is to cultivate the lone wolf within you. Now, I spent many years as an independent single person, but I was actually always on the lookout for a partner, just always on the lookout. And it's only recently that I've done a lot of my own heart work, chakra work. I did a lot of sound healing. I did a lot of meditations, guided meditations, because my brain is not a quiet brain and I need something to focus on. I found sound and like Tibetan bowls just so helpful. But I finally got to a place where I feel absolutely secure in myself now. I don't need the validation of someone. And that is a massive shift that I've only just had. And my meditation, Be the Tree, which you can find on my YouTube, is actually a really good one for this, where you feel whole and fulfilled within yourself. Enjoy the ride is another great message from this biker card. You know, if you can't hurry up, love, then at least you can enjoy the journey. And when you have detached, you will feel so much relief. You will feel achievement, whether you achieve the goal or not, the outcome. You'll enjoy the journey and you'll detach from the outcome to the point where you will find success, you will find fruition, but the universe is the one bringing it to you. So I hope that helps you, my darlings. Delusion is comforting, it's fantasy, it's all the what ifs, it's imagining all the scenarios, the happily ever afters, the fairy tales. And while this is or can be a useful tool for manifestation, the key really is to detach yourself from the outcome and enjoy the journey. So yeah, let go of what you expect and just let the universe provide, and you will be provided for. It's as simple as that. If you'd like a personal reading, if you're struggling with delusion yourself, if you feel like you are on a twin flame journey with someone, or have a soulmate or a soul tie that is difficult for you to navigate, have a reading with me for guidance, maybe looking into your own attitudes and where you can heal. I'd love to help you with that. So go to my Snip Feed page, there are plenty of options there. But meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love and joy.